Hi, to end this series of cosmic influence on our health, let's now talk about daily cycle, keeping in mind that this will always be regarding electromagnetic perspective and not about chemical concepts. Just as it happened with the solar and lunar cycle, it's also possible to apply the oxy-reduction graphic to the daily cycle. In general lines, as you can see, we have a maximum oxidation peak around midday, while the maximum reduction peak will be at midnight. If you are in the flow with the natural cycles, you'll probably have more energy during the maximum oxidation peak, and will probably be sleeping during the maximum reduction peak at midnight. But let's take a closer look. Our bodies are acidic at 6 a.m., which is the perfect conditions to initiate the oxidation process. That's when we usually start to feel more energetic to start off the day, to work and make things happen until we reach the maximum oxidation peak at midday. From that moment on, our body starts alkalizing, enabling the reduction process to start. To reach the maximum reduction peak, the body needs to be alkaline beforehand. This is the period that goes until midnight when we reach our maximum reduction peak. This reduction period allows the recovery to happen, especially after all the energy spent throughout the day. This is what occurs during sleep. The body acidifies again, reinitiating the daily cycle. Just as it happened with the solar and lunar cycle, it's all possible to apply oxidation reduction graphic to the daily cycle. So, what we did here was to transform the daily cycle into a sine function, and in doing so, we can better understand the flow, with the maximum corresponding to the oxidations and the minimum corresponding to reductions. All of our organs work this way. When we grasp this cycle, we start to understand if you are in flow with natural cycles. Rooted in traditional Chinese medicine, the Chinese body clock is based on the idea that you can make the most of your energy and specific organs by using them when they are as they peak.
Okay, let's now talk about the Chinese body clock. The Chinese body clock is built on the concept of qi. In short, qi is a word used in Chinese medicine to describe energy. During 24 hours, qi is believed to move in 2-hour intervals throughout all organ systems. While you are sleeping, qi is believed to fully restore your body. The peaks of individual organs within the body vary. It's believed that by using specific organs at certain times of the day, you can make the most of your body and harness your qi when it's at its peak. Let's have a look at each one of them. So the first, between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., the pericardium is at its peak. The pericardium is believed to be the heart's protector, the serous membrane that protects it. This is the ideal time to do a practice that helps you relax and induce sleep, such as meditation or light reading. And don't forget, eat light during this period. After between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m., it's triple heater peak. The triple heater refers to the organ system as a whole, and this period is thought to be when it generates the most amount of heat. During this time, a little earlier in winter, a little later in summer, we should be falling asleep. During the night, there is the gallbladder peak that precedes the liver peak, as these two organs are closely linked. At this time, sleep is very, very important, so we may deplete these two organs' energy reserves. One of the most important 2-hour interval is between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., which is when the liver is believed to be cleansing the blood. During this time frame, the body begins to prepare for qi to move outward from the body again. Those who prescribe to the Chinese body clock believe it's important to give your liver as little to process as possible during this period, so it can focus on its several cleansing functions. This means eating your last meal of the day early and making sure it's light. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is when the lungs are at its energy peak. So according to traditional Chinese medicine, the lungs are the first organ to wake up. It is believed to be an ideal time to meditate, as the basis of the meditation is a slow and deep breath. The large intestine peak between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. is thought to be when you should wake up and start moving. This is the best time to empty the bowels because the organ is functioning at its optimal strength. If this happens on a regular basis, it's a strong indicator that you are in the flow with the daily cycle. So between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. is the optimal time of the day to eat, as the energy of the stomach is at its maximum. It is also a perfect moment to go for a walk. So 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., the spleen is thought to be linked to the stomach, which is in charge of receiving food and drink before ultimately fermenting them. If you have not eaten, the spleen is unable to perform its function well, and you may experience energy breakdown. So of course, you can always eat at any time, but we want to work in harmony with these body systems. This is a period of great concentration and it's ideal for work. The heart is at its peak from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Because the heart represents peacefulness, it's essential to reduce stress during this period. This is a good time to take a break, have lunch, and relax. At this time, it is not advisable to exercise intensely or stay in a very hot environment. The small intestine is at its peak between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. This is an important phase because you are digesting lunch, so you should avoid heavy or mentally stressful work. During the first part of this schedule, you can still eat. It's the perfect time to take a short nap. And during the 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. period is the best time to do the most important and challenging tasks on your schedule, such as studying and focused work. You need to be well nourished and properly hydrated to carry you through the day. And between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., it's believed that the kidney is in charge of containing qi, and it's directly connected with the bladder. Together, they clean, they excrete unwanted waste materials within the body. This is an extremely important process to gain electrolytic balance. This is part of Nuno's concept, right? So it is when we start to feel energy reducing and the tiredness arriving. So that's it about a body clock. Nuno.
Great. So now I will share a trick with you. Notice that the ideal time for us to increase the oxidation of the liver is between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. But most of us will certainly be sleeping at that time, and very well so. So if you want to focus on the liver, what we can do is find the organ which is in the reduction process that allows the liver to be in the oxidation process. That organ is the small intestine. You just have to choose these options, and the amazing thing is that Healy knows how and should do this process. This is real amazing job of Healy. So today it's
all. Yeah. Thank you for watching. The next and last episode of this series will be about the Natural Cycle app and how does it work.
Great.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.